do you know that you are receiving these frequencies? Well, you may be feeling already that you have the effects of these new frequencies that are coming into the earth, because this year it was a year that so many souls were awakening. When these frequencies are in contact with your body, you may feel emotional triggers. You may feel tired, headaches, muscle aches, digestion issues, disorientation, imbalance in your nervous system, disruption into the of the sleeping patterns, memory changes, and amongst other issues. Your body and your subtle bodies need to be compatible with these new earth frequencies. This means you need to readjust, upgrade your body, and activate the receptor points to be able to receive harmonically these high vibrational frequencies that are constantly bathing planet Earth. This means that you need to activate and cultivate the light body that is the necessary point to go through the process of ascension into the golden age. So why it's important to shift into these new earth frequencies? Because when you are able to experience states of when you are connected to these frequencies and are shifting into the new earth, you will experience permanent states of unconditional love, harmony, balance, peace. And this will happen first in your inner reality, and then it will be an expression of your outer reality, which is the mirror of all that is the consciousness that you hold, all that is within you. It will be expressed in your outer reality. By building your light body, you are receiving assistance so that your emotional state, your mental state, your spiritual bodies can merge into one unified field. And as they merge into this unified field, you start accessing your oversoul and higher dimensions, and your whole bodily system becomes synchronized with Source, with God, with this divine intelligence, whatever you want to call it. So the two hemispheres of the brain starts to merge. And when this happens, this is when you start to moving from the local the local brain, connecting to the omni brain, which is the universal brain. And this is when you can do the transition into wholeness, into unity. Literally, it happens within your body first, and you need to activate the receptor points for this to happen. So it's like the butterfly that has encoded within the caterpillar the codes for the caterpillar to become a butterfly. So is the same with the divine human encoded into the human biology. Every human being has encoded within the DNA all the information to do the transition, to make the transition into the divine human being. And in the DNA is already encoded this information to unleash your evolution, to transition and to activate the light body is the key point to start absorbing more light. This light is the one that carries information, is the one that activates your DNA. It's the one that sends all that is needed to start awaken and access higher dimensions. The crystalline light structure will unlock to allow the light energies and all your bodies to shift into these multi-dimensional states, and this means that it will be activated the holographic template It will be an activation of the DNA, a reconnection of the meridian system, and many shifts happening in your physical body, internally, in your organs, in your biocircuitry, in your aura, in all of your bodies, working together harmonically as one unified field. The ones that are not activating the light body, they will feel disconnected because they don't have all these systems working as one. So they will feel something is missing, something is happening, and they don't understand why it's happening or what is happening. Let's remember that everything in the universe is composed by light. The light body is designed to absorb the photons of light to as a main source of energy to the physical body. So this means that once one activates the light body, there will be a gradual shift in your body in which you will be able to be sustained by light. And every time this process will be increasing more and more until you are completely sustained by light. This means you need to transition into all these dense states of ways of being and gradually shifting into a new way of being in which everything is held by this light. And this is a process in which you will be preparing for the ultimate freedom, which means that you are not bound to any level and you are preparing for the mastery of life. So this is a time also to become a pillar of light for others, because as we are shifting into these frequencies, into this new earth and into these higher vibrations, the old ways of being and becoming, the ones that they don't do the process, they will experience so much pain and suffering and struggle. If you shift into this new reality through activating the golden, the light body, you are becoming more of who you are. You are embodying more parts of your divine being. And then life unfolds easily with grace. You are able to stand as a pillar of light for yourself and for others. And this is the important piece here, because when you radiate your light, you can change the frequency inside of you and also all around you, to the people that is around you and the places all around you. And this brings solace to the people around you that is in much need of comfort, in much need of this state of presence, this state of compassionate wisdom, this state of embracing all that is around you. So people will need more than ever that you stand as a pillar of light. People will need, as they go through this process of awakening, they won't understand what's going on. They will feel there's something that is missing. They will feel that they need to move forward, but they won't have the information, the keys. And this is important that you stand as a pillar of light for them as well. So activating your light body means that all of the chakras and all of the wheels that are spinning inside of you are connecting with your organs, with your biocircuitries, with the different systems of your body, and you need to open them in order to, for that to be able to have the bandwidth as a match for the frequency that is coming in. So inside your body, there's secret passageways that they lead to holy places. These places are not activated until you activate the light body first. And once your light body is activated and all these secret passageways are activated, then your chakras start to transduce light, and they create a unified field. So this process takes some activations to do. It needs some processes to be done. So I've created a whole workshop to activate the light body, to activate all these passageways inside your body that are very much needed right now for the process of ascension, because otherwise there's the barriers that are unlocking, are preventing you from the process of ascension and integrating more light. And through the activations, your auric field start to open up, and you begin to dissolve the frequency barriers that have kept you from the ascension cycle. Even the frequencies are coming. If your body is not activated and not open for that, you cannot receive these frequencies, and therefore you cannot ascend. That's why it's so important. It's a key aspect to activate the light body. One of the major shifts that will be happening to the light body is in relationship with the 7 major chakras. Once they are activated, and then you activate the alpha and omega chakras, and they become functional, this will allow you to raise the brain power between 10 and 25%. So these activations and these new chakras will be required for the process of ascension, and to connect to the etheric mind and the omnibrain. So this is a process that starts gradually. First, you need to activate the light body, activate all the receptor points. And once the receptor points are activated, then the light body will start to evolve, and you start to evolve into this divine human design, just like the butterfly. So the process of ascension happens by dissolving the all architecture of your auric body, the meridians, the biocircuitries, the chakra system, and then you go through a process of evolution to be able to hold more light, to receive more light, to emanate more light. And this is a process of transmuting the dense energies into higher frequency. This is when you make the shift, is when you start to experience 5D and multi-dimensional states of consciousness, because your frequency have risen and you attune to this higher capacity of light. What happens is when you have the all matrix, is that your body has not shifted into the crystalline body, and then your receptor points are not connected, or they are connected to the all matrix, which is the matrix of the 3D dimension. And this is the matrix of struggle, suffering, pain. And this means that the energy is going to be more intense for you. You are going to feel more struggle, more pain, more suffering, because your consciousness is programmed to the old server. And all that has been seeded throughout thousands of years of dissension of consciousness, you connect to that consciousness, and therefore you receive more of this pain, more of this struggle, more of this suffering within you. The earth also is receiving constantly from the collective conscious and unconscious. So when something happens in one place, a specific place, let's say a war, let's say some kind of collective trauma, this is recorded in the energetic field of this place. So when you travel to that place and you connect to that trauma, because you have the all receptor side, receptor points to connect to the all paradigm, you start to experience distortions and in your energy field. The more distortions you experience in your energy field, this is when disease starts to happen. So that's why it's important to shift into the new structure, into the light body and the new blueprint. When we live from the 4th dimension or density of consciousness, the astral plane, this is partially emotionally based. The first 3 dimensions, or the first 3 densities of the lower body, they are the densest ones. And this is when you experience the illusion, separation, and this is when you are completely disconnected from your divinity, from your original design, and you experience all these separation states of individuality, of suffering, pain, stress, feeling anxiety, feeling fear, and all this is an illusion, the illusion of separation, the illusion of the lower mind, the ego mind structure. As a soul, this was chosen to experience the 3D reality, to experience, to learn from illusion, to experience from, to learn from pain and suffering. It was an agreement that the soul decided before incarnation, and this is made to experience the lessons on the planet. So those experiences provided you with the opportunity to discover a way to solve each challenge and to learn from every lesson. And you discovered in each challenge and in each lesson, you discovered more and more God within you, more and more the Creator within you. This game of separation and the ascension process has occurred for 12,000 years of a cycle of ascension. And to be able to experience that, because you already are a light being, a divine being that is experiencing a human experience, you were required to lose your memory. Imagine that you are a vast essence and you need to fit in a small box. You need to cut the most part of who you are to fit into this small box. And that's why you were required to lose your memory. At the same time, the 12 strands of the DNA had to be disconnected to be able to experience this body, and only 2 strands were activated. The brain function was altered. The genetic codes of aging were activated. And also the hormone of death was activated. And this was created, these conditions were created to shorten the experience of each incarnation. Less than 100 years. Why? Because every time you go through the process of death and incarnation, you review your life. you learn from the lessons. This is when you start to understand what did you do and how to learn from every experience. The more that you were going through the cycle of death and rebirth, you were going through this process of reviewing your life, accelerating your spiritual evolution from every life experience, and a new contract was prepared for the next incarnation. The physical body will agree to take limited spiritual capacities by taking the physical experience, the physical body. And this means that it takes a lot of time and energy to experience challenges, duality, and experiencing all the physical senses, all the pleasures of the physical senses. Now we are in this ascension cycle of 12,000 years. Remember that we were sharing all this information of the Golden Age in this masterclass that is available for everybody for free, in which we are sharing more about all this. And it's time to rebuild our original design and to activate all these alterations to fully remember our spiritual inheritance as divine beings. And this is the transition into the divine human. So with your light body activated, even if you pass away, you are not able to ascend in this lifetime. If you don't have the technology of the light body, you need this technology to rebirth in a conscious way and to pass away in a conscious way. Otherwise, you go through again through the process of forgetting and starting again and again. With your light body activated, there's multiple options available for you once it is fully activated or during the process of activation. Some of them is that you can teleport your light body. You can bilocate. You can astral projection. You can teleport your physical body. And it was done in ancient times, actually, through the crystalline grid architecture of the earth. You are able to communicate from one side to the other side of the earth. So there's many options that can be done with a light body once it is fully activated. Yet first it needs a process of different stages of activation. And the first one is to activate and then keep building and building and building light. The chakras of your body once start to cleansing, clearing the all matrix and the spectrum of the chakras. This is when you start to dissolve the all patterns, the densest part of your energy field. The colors of the chakras are the same colors as the rainbow. The red one is the densest frequency, and the violet one is the highest frequency of light. The more that you raise the densest frequency into higher frequencies, all the colors of the chakras are changing. The chakras, the wheels, the vortexes are changing. The energy center starts to change the color, and eventually, after they have shifted, they become gold. And this is the highest expression energy that creates all rays of light. These new particles that come from the cosmic rays that have this electromagnetic charge, they activate the DNA and all the information within the DNA in your body. These 7 chakras that belong to the physical body, once they are completely activated, this is when when the other chakras, the subtle chakras, the morphogenetic chakras can activate. They are the gateways to access the other realms, to access the higher sense perceptions, to access other realities, multi-dimensional realities. Yet you need, first of all, to activate the first 7 chakras, the foundational state. Otherwise, if you don't have the foundations in place, it's like you don't have the foundations of your home. It can just, it won't be able to stay the whole house. Or if you have a tree without roots, the tree cannot grow up. If you don't have these chakras as a foundational state to work upon, this is when, if your subtle chakras start to activate, you can experience disorientation. You are not able to understand all that you see because it's not ready your body to be able to experience. You can feel overwhelmed, stressed, and also it can feel like maniac processes. So that's why it's so important to create the foundation, stay strong in this foundation, and then build up your light and do the process with ease, with grace, with harmony, and surrounded in the proper environment for this to happen. The light body, the process of creating the light body, it happens through different stages. Light body is not only activating all the different bioenergy fields, all the aura. Light body activation means when you activate all the layers of your energy field, you start to unify simultaneously the personal chakras, the biocircuitry systems, the biological pathways, and then the whole body start to work synchronistically as one unified field. This is the activation of the light body. Once the light body starts to become unified, this is when the inner alchemy starts to take place. And this inner alchemy is when starts to activate this new phase of your evolution and ascension process. The key here is that everything is communicating to each other. So all the body, the light body, all the biocircuitry systems, the organs, the chakras, everything are communicating to each other, and they together with the meridian channels, with the nadi pathways. And it's important because every organ, it is connected at a micro level to your body and at a macro level to the universe. Once we are only in the all paradigm, we only can experience our expression inside of the body. As we move into the new paradigm, then is when we feel this connection with all that it is, because this macro aspect of every organ, they are connected to a different planet. Every planet has, when they have a broadcast, they affect literally your organ, each one of them. So the physical body is connected to the astral body because all the different aspects or the higher aspect of planets are affecting literally your body and all that is activating within it. Therefore, you can start, the most important thing is activate all these receptors, the receptors points. Again, we created this light body activation workshop because this needs certain activation, certain opening, all the different structures, connecting this new blueprint, connecting all these receptor points, and this takes some work to do. Yet, meanwhile, you can cultivate light by learning to process all your emotions and your thought processes and be in a state of neutrality and equanimity. So to go through all this process, it's not it's about understanding that you can do it at your own pace. There's different stages. We created different ways to support you in every stage. So there's different courses and programs to support you in every stage. The first one is that you need to be able to be in this state of 12 o'clock, this position of being in a space of neutrality, in a space of being present, of being a witness of reality without being dragged by your emotions, by your fears, by your thoughts, processes, your judgments. This is the first stage. You first need to be ready to balance all your emotional state and your mental processes. The second stage, it's about opening your heart and connecting to love. Without love, there's no process of ascension, because love is the cohesive state that unifies the field. Love is the frequency of creation. Love is everything what is made of and what we return to. And you need to open your heart, because the heart is what creates this unified field, is what connects you with the entire universe. The next stage is activating the light body. Light body is activating these receptor points within you that allow you to receive the light and to start the process of ascension. The next process, the next stage, is doing the ascension process, which is happen internally and then you experience externally. And the next stage is the liberation process, the liberation of all suffering, of all duality, the end of the experience of pain and suffering and struggle. So it's a beautiful process. It's about taking one step after another and then being able to embrace more and more of who you are by releasing more and more of who you are not, which is this densest experience. As you purify your emotional body, this purification creates transformation, and this transformation creates unity, and this happens at all levels of your being. People that have not activated their light body, they don't have this cohesive feel, and they feel disconnected. And when they feel disconnected, they feel they are not connected to their hearts. This is when disease takes place. This is when you feel stressed, overwhelmed, you experience struggles in so many ways, because you don't have the proper template in which the body can access higher resonance. You feel this disconnection and you feel there's something wrong and you don't know what's going on and why it is happening. And when you start to activate the light body, everything is organizing and harmonizing, and then everything starts to unfold in a more cohesive way. When you are living in love and peace, this is when your organs start to feel happy within you, and they start to secrete biochemistries that upregulate the body. This means that this chemistry starts to create light inside of you, literally. So the whole body starts to create its own light. And this phase takes place at the next level, but this is when your body actually creates itself the light, and you become a light being, literally. So this is the process in which you need to transform, purify. And when you do that, when you keep purifying the densest energy into the light, you are able to bring in more of your divine self. You are able to bring in more of your gifts, more of the love frequency, more of the virtues of the soul. And this is happening because you are increasing your light within you. The more that you start to activate the psychic centers, this is when you start to understand all that is happening in your life. So then all that information that every center is receiving, you start to understand and decode the information. You start to understand and have more empowered ways to deal with this information that you receive. And also you start to understand why you attract certain issues in your life, why you attract certain people, why you attract certain situations. And then you start to, instead of fighting with it, resisting it, you start to understand that everything is happening for a specific purpose and you flow with life. So that's why this program of the light body activation also have this activation of these psychic centers, so that you are able to understand your own cycle of evolution. You keep raising your vibration, you start to understand more the information that you keep receiving, and you have more awareness. So the more you understand the whole path ahead, the more comfortable you are with all that you need to go through. And you are able to listen to the information, take guidance according to the inner guidance, take action, according to the inner guidance. And always it comes from love, never from fear. Fear comes from the lower mind.